So, as everybody knows, Caitlin Clark is on, I think it's CBS. Everybody's like, "Oh, Caitlin Clark's here. Everything's hunky dory and all kind of stuff." Just excited about Caitlin Clark being there. Which, with her being there, questions get asked, and she answers questions. But Scott Agnes, I, I'm not a real fan of Scott Agnes, but he does follow the fever, and he's pulling some of the quotes out that she said during this. And this quote has to do with Kelsey Michell. So I would like to address this Kelsey Michell thing again. So it says right here, Clark on Fever free agency. Quote, we really only know about 5 or 3 people that are going to be on our team next year. Now, come on, Caitlin. Don't don't play games. What you mean? There's a huge difference between 3 and 5 when you got to consider who the people are on the Fever that fans want there. 3 or 5. All right. But I feel like we have a great core. Okay, which to me, who's the core? Who's the core? The core is her, of course, Boston, Aaliyah Boston. That's the core to me. I mean, just to be honest. I mean, you want a Lexi Hall, you want a Sophie Cunningham, you want a Kelsey Mitchell, you want all of that, but the core of the team is those two. That's to me, that's it. Now, I love the others. I'm not saying I don't like them. They've done a great job for the Fever, but the core to me is those two. All right, so let's just finish this out. She says our first priority is to sign Kelsey Mitchell back. First team All NBA, All WNBA last year, and is my running mate in the backcourt. Now, here's the thing that really gets me with this statement, and that I believe she really does want Kelsey Mitchell back. I mean, everybody wants her back because of how she performed last year, specifically when Caitlin Clark was hurt. That she basically helped carry the team to a playoff run, trying to whatever. But the problem with this is, to me, the core, like I said, is Caitlin and Boston. The parts you put around those two, that's here or there. Now, if you were losing Boston, I'd be like, oh my God, what's going on? But you're not. You also got to put in here, she says 5 or 3 people are going to be there that she knows. Well, she don't really know. She's just assuming. Now, for a fact, I know, everybody knows KK is going to be there this year. She's not going to get traded. She's under a contract. She's literally under a contract. They're not going to be able to trade her or get rid of her. So that's one. We know Caitlin's going to be there. There's 2. And we know Aaliyah Boston's going to be there. That's 3. And I have a high confidence right now that Lexi Hull's going to be there. But do I have a high confidence of Kelsey Mitchell being there? No, I don't. I'm sorry. I mean, I understand everybody wants her there. I want her there. Everybody, I mean, she's a scorer. But the problem is money. Money. This year, yeah, the money could be there. You could sign her to whatever deal you wanted to. You could sign Kelsey Mitchell right now to whatever deal you wanted to. But next year, uh-oh. So with that being the case, that next year and especially the year after that, the money's going to be tight. They're not going to be able to afford to keep all 3 of them anyway. Kelsey, Boston, and Clark. They're not going to be able to afford it because all three of them are going to have a high demand. They're going to be up there in the money. There's no way. So here's my thought process on this. I understand she comes out and says she wants Kelsey Michell. First priority is to sign her. It's not to me. It's not. It could be the first priority to see, well, let's trade Kelsey Michell and see who we can get in here at a reasonable price so it doesn't affect us later on. You're trying to put all your eggs in one basket now is not going to help you next year. And especially not the next year. It's going to destroy the basket. Okay? I'm to the point now, to be honest with you, I think they should trade Kelsey Michell. They should let her go and get her money. She deserves it. I'm not saying she don't deserve it. She deserves to be paid what she feels she's worth. But it's not in Indiana. Kelsey needs to move on. You need to bring in somebody, and I hate to say it, somebody younger that can somewhat play to the same abilities as Kelsey Michell. And try to retain as many other players as you can that, you cannot. I don't know how many times I got to say this. I truthfully believe if they keep Kelsey Michell now and she signs a multiple year deal, it will be the downfall of the organization. That's how crucial I think them signing Kelsey Michell to a multi-year deal. Kelsey Michell is not, I'm going to tell you right now, is not going to sign with the Fever for a 1-year contract. She's not going to do it. She's going to want to have a multi-year contract at that high dollar amount, and other teams may be willing to pay her that. And if that happens, that's going to ruin the Fever in the next coming years. So, yeah, Caitlin Clark's out there trying to say there's 5 or 3 players she knows is going to be there. She don't know. And she also says the first priority is to sign Kelsey Michell right here. Maybe to her, but it's not to me. So, anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Till next time, see ya.